I'd been addicted to a home renovation show, and every bathroom reveal that they played, they had a plant in the bathroom somewhere strategic, looking beautiful. And so I decided that we should have a plant in our bathroom. So I went down to the nursery and I chose a dark pink cyclamen. And I brought it home and I cared for it. I watered it. It had a beautiful spot in the sun and it was doing really well, really flourishing. And then we went away for 4 days on a holiday. And I remember thinking I really should have someone come and water our plant, but I didn't. And it was lazy of me. And we came back after 4 or 5 days and the cyclamen was looking very sad. It had withered, the flowers had dropped off and fallen onto the floor of the bathroom. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to water this plant and give it a bit of love and see if it comes back to life. Within an hour, the flowers came back to life, the leaves had more colour in them, and I wished I'd taken a before and after photo because the transformation was amazing. It just shows you what a little bit of love will do. When you're first dating someone, you pour so much effort into getting to know that special person. You also change, and so do they, and that's okay. Change is important. So it's good to keep working on it. Like a plant, you can't just leave a relationship on its own and trust that it will grow and be healthy. It needs TLC. All relationships deserve that time. You want to provide the best environment for your loved one and the relationship to grow and to be healthy.
Communication is everything. Talk, talk, and talk. There is so much to know about a person. As a young couple, when we were dating, we emailed, text message, spoke on the phone, and saw each other face to face. This time was crucial to us learning about one another. How would we know if we actually liked each other without communicating?
One holiday break at university, we were dating, and Ray was sending me off to the airport to fly to New Zealand for a holiday. And as we were saying goodbye, we kissed and hugged, but he kissed me a little bit closer to my mouth than I was ready for. And we said goodbye, and afterwards I got really excited and I sent a message to my friend saying, Jess, Ray just kissed me, oh my goodness, and a whole bunch of other things. I pressed send, and then I looked down at my phone and realised that I had sent the message to Ray instead of to Jess. I was filled with shame and so embarrassed, and I don't remember how you responded. I think you replied back to me in a text message and said, I think this is meant for someone else.
Yes.
A sign of, not very good communication on my part.
Marriage is amazing. After 4 years of marriage, it's still vital to know how to keep it alive. So, keep dating. Date nights are awesome. Making each other number one with no distractions will do wonders for you. You will feel valued and you will learn how to value the other person again. After our daughter was born, my wife and I decided to go on date nights. This particular night, I remember very, very clearly. We were on our way out and we realized we didn't actually have any money in our bank account. So what we decided to do was find coins around the house and we collected $3 in coins. In total, that's right. So we jumped in the car, we drove around, and the first thing my wife says to me is, do you know where you're going? And at this stage, I had no idea what to do with $3. So as we were driving around, the first thing that came to me was McDonald's. Surely we can buy something at McDonald's. So we parked the car, went to McDonald's, and we were sitting there and we were looking at the menu, and I remember thinking, what can I possibly get us that could be worth $3? So we decided to buy each other some ice cream cones, which equated to about $1 each.
With a flake.
Yeah, that's right, an ice cream cone with a flake for $1. So we bought our ice cream cones, came back to our table, sat across each other, and as we were eating our ice cream cones, we actually didn't know what to say to basically one another, because the baby had taken so much time in our lives, we didn't actually communicate to each other. So we laughed and we giggled and we reminisced about some of the things we used to do when we were, dating. And then it occurred to me we had $1 more left. So like a gentleman, I asked my wife, could she please so kindly go to the counter and buy me a $1 ice cream because I was quite embarrassed that I could only spend $3 on our date night. She came back with the ice cream, we laughed some more, and after the ice cream, we returned back home to our babysitters who were looking after our baby. And they were like, why are you guys back so early? Then we explained the story. It was because we only had $3 and that's all we could afford for the night. In marriage, it's so important to focus on the things that matter, even if they're small. For example, I like to feel acknowledged when I walk in the door from a day at work, and she needs to know that she's important within our home as a wife and a mother.
Kids are important, but so is your partner. Having a baby changed the way we relate to one another. I remember feeling like it wasn't about us as a couple anymore. And then it was as though I'd forgotten how to be a wife altogether. That was a real shock, but a good one. I remember being pregnant and in the early days of our daughter's life, we were trying to read every book and listen to advice from various people. But at the end of the day, my brain had become a washing machine. I felt so confused and alone sometimes. And then I realised that we had each other, and we would know what was best for our daughter when we needed to know. It's easy to make life all about the baby and forget about your spouse. She's definitely helped us to be more patient with one another, which we often have to practice.
We are learning every day how to be better husbands, wives, and parents. It's good to keep learning, and it's important to evolve and change depending upon the circumstances at each point along the way. Don't neglect those people that are closest to you. They need nurturing. Just like you do, you will feel vibrant and alive when you know that you are doing the best you can for those you love.